beyond the polluted gray cities and far from the man-made hills, beside dense green forests and within translucent clear waters. Every organism that lives in the great wilderness plays a role in its complex ecosystems and form interconnected and interdependent communities. From the smallest organisms to the largest, the trophic pyramid helps us understand an individual's dependency on the existence of other animals or plants, and how the interactions within and between these species govern the community ecology. The chemical cycles of ecosystems replenishes crucial mineral resources. It seems as though the negative effects we have created on the natural world as humans are unchangeable, but nature still clings to one last hope, that biophilia will allow humans to restore what they had destroyed.
Chemical cycling in ecosystems. Energy cannot be gained nor lost, therefore the energy on Earth has to come from somewhere, some form of recycling of chemicals. By the act of decomposing, inorganic nutrients are replenished to create new organic matter. Chemical cycling in an ecosystem is also known as a biogeochemical cycle, meaning they have both a biotic and abiotic element. The steps to a biogeochemical cycle include producers taking in abiotic factors and incorporating them into organic compounds. Consumers incorporate these organic compounds by consuming on producers. Producers and consumers release these chemical products into the atmosphere. Detritus decompose the organic molecules in dead organisms and break down their complex forms to replenish abiotic reservoirs. The three major cycles are carbon cycle, phosphorus cycle, and nitrogen cycle. The carbon cycle. The abiotic reservoirs are part of the atmosphere, fossil fuels and carbon compounds that are dissolved in the oceans. Photosynthesis incorporates carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, passed to consumers through the food chain, and is released into the atmosphere again through cellular respiration. Decomposers break down the waste of debris, which releases more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and then return to organic matter through photosynthesis. Fossil fuel burning also releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Phosphorus cycle. Phosphorus cycle, unlike the other two, does not contain an atmosphere component. Phosphorus plays an important role in nucleic acids and ATP production. The only source of phosphorus is found in rocks. Through erosion and weathering, rocks are broken down and inorganic phosphate is built into organic compound. By consuming plants, consumers attain the phosphorus present. Decomposers help return them into the soil by decomposing animal waste. When new rocks are formed, inorganic matter bring phosphate into the ocean once they leave land, and through the uplifting of rocks, phosphorus is returned to land again, and the whole process repeats itself. The nitrogen cycle. The nitrogen cycle contains two abiotic reservoirs of the soil and atmosphere. The process of nitrogen fixation is necessary for the process for plants to consume nitrogen in the form of ammonia and nitrates. The conversion is completed by certain bacteria. In the soil, special bacteria dissolved in water converts nitrogen gas to ammonium, which the plant then takes in. Nitrifying bacteria also converts ammonium to nitrates, which the plant uses to make amino acids for proteins. When a consumer digests the proteins into amino acids, they get nitrogen from the organic material of their prey. As decomposers decompose, ammonium is released into the soil, restoring the nitrogen reservoir.
The trophic structure shows the feeding relationships in a community. Think of it as 5 parts of a pyramid. It goes from producers, who are plants at the very bottom, to primary consumers, who are herbivores, to secondary consumers, who are carnivores, to tertiary consumers, who are carnivores, finally to quaternary consumers, who are also carnivores. Energy is lost from one trophic level to another, but how? It is lost to waste materials, heat, and life processes such as respiration. So look at this pyramid again. Little energy is consumed for carnivores. This rule is called the 10% rule because about 90% of energy throughout the transfer is lost. Can you believe it? 90%! A food chain shows how animals pass on food from one trophic level to another. Food web shows the more detailed feeding relationships in a community. For example, the lion eats the jackal and wildcat while the mouse is eaten by the snake and owl. Biological magnification is it gathered toxins in a consumer. In this case, we will look at the biological magnification of mercury in tuna.
This tuna is so good. Do you guys want to try some?
No. No. Don't you know that mercury bioaccumulates in tuna?
The amount of toxins increases at higher trophic levels because the mercury gets passed from other organisms that the tuna eats. Humans are at the highest risk because we gather all the toxins from previous organisms that also have the mercury.
Oh, guys, I don't feel so well.
I told you not to eat the tuna.
I think I have mercury poisoning.
Ecological research is the basis for finding real solutions to environmental problems. One of these problems is the loss of biodiversity. In the trophic structure, each level exists to take from the lower level organisms and give to those in the higher levels. Today, many top-level predators are disappearing from their natural habitats because of human interaction. These predators keep the populations of lower-level organisms, like white-tailed deer, in check, thereby indirectly allowing the land's vegetation to successfully grow and support the rest of the community. For an ecosystem to be successful, there needs to be species and trophic level diversity. The list of environmental issues is endless, and many of the problems currently don't have a solution, much less have enough awareness or support. Some may think that human existence will be the end of a healthy natural world. Think about your favorite pet. Dogs, cats, birds, bunnies. Living or not, you had developed a relationship with this animal. You fed it, pet it, played with it, cried with it, and loved it. Often, humans visit zoos to catch a glimpse of the beauty of animals. Many enjoy retreating to the outdoors for a weekend out camping in the woods or a day hike along the nature trail. Seeing this pattern among humans, Edward O. Wilson, who is among the most respected conservation biologists in the world, coined the term biophilia, which means the love of life. He claims that humans are innately attracted to interactions with other species. Many biologists believe that the environment's saving grace will be the human biophilia.
Chemical or biogeochemical cycles are important because they recycle the nutrients in our ecosystems.
Because humans are the top of the food chain, next time, take a look around you. What are the organisms and what are the type of feeding relationships you have with those organisms? Are they positive ones or negative ones?
The existence of humans depends on healthy ecosystems, and while biophilia is a very real concept, everyone must do their own part. So please, preserve nature.
Tune in next week for Chapter 21. Thank you for watching.